Hello, want to give an update about the film Under My Skin. Some annoying news. So, sadly, our film was basically stolen by our American distributor. This is a corporation, a publicly listed company named Chicken Soup for the Soul. That's the parent company. The distributor is 1091 Pictures, also Screen Media. The distributor was unable to meet their payments, and since they purchased the film in 2022, we gave them every opportunity to make this right. To give a bit of background here, they bought the North American rights in September 22. We requested a quick release as we'd already been held up in COVID, etc. They didn't really do that, but our initial release was March 23. Then after the film was already live and available for pre-orders, they removed it. So already there were red flags up, but the film came out in June 23. They were immediately evasive about various payments. We tried to work with them and be patient. Then about 6 months ago, they basically said, we're not paying. We're unable to pay the balance owed. This was frustrating to say the least, but we decided we'd cut our losses, move on, and just terminate the license rather than try to pursue what was owed to us. But here's the kicker. Even though they couldn't pay us, they refused to give our film back. They refused to stop exploiting the film, refused to terminate, even with us agreeing to forgo what they owed. This is an Australian Directors Guild, Australian Academy nominated indie film. A film equates to years of work. In this case, any eventual profits of the film were largely owned by the cast and crew and a few small investors. The distributor was a public corporation just stealing from artists. If you or I bought a car and couldn't make payments, after a while, guess what? It gets repossessed. These guys think they can steal, bully individuals and just do whatever. So obviously we launched legal action. They ignored our cease and desist letters, played various games, runarounds. Basically, they just gave us the middle finger. They know it's bleeding us to pursue them. At one point, their legal team agreed to give the film back and terminate as long as we agreed to forego the money owed, which we did. Then the CEO, Bill Ruhana, steps in, blocks that, and says, we're not giving you the film back, and unless you can pay us a substantial amount. That's what he said. After stealing our film and not paying, he wanted us to give them a substantial amount. Another email from their acquisitions head said, I know we haven't paid. I'm sorry to do business like this. This is not business. This is not business. This is just stealing. You stole our work. That's all it is. Basically, where all this came from, Chicken Soup for the Soul purchased a company called Redbox, which probably most people know, in 2022 for $370 million. Which is an interesting choice. A DVD vending machine in 2022 for $370 million. Don't worry about building relationships with artists. No, buy a DVD vending machine company instead. To be fair, before Chicken Soup for the Soul bought 1091 and Screen Media, most reports are they were fine, but in the standard corporate playbook, large corporation comes in, completely over leverages, makes a terrible deal, then feeds off the work of individuals to stay alive. I know we've all seen this story 1,000 times. It's cliche, but this has got to change. We see this over and over again, and these people are low. Well, a couple of days ago, they filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. We as a vendor are classed as an unsecured creditor. What does that mean? Well, probably it means that we are unlikely to see jack. Sadly, there are people who are owed much more than the 5 figures we're owed. There are some folks owed 7 figures. And as far as even getting the rights back to our film, that's looking dicey. So I apologize to our team. I've been fighting tooth and nail against these people, but for a small film, we told a wonderful story. Everyone involved did great work, and it connected with our audience, and no one can take that away. You deserve better spoils from our American distribution efforts, but we'll move on, continue in other territories, and hopefully there's a pathway for us to get the film back here in the US.